Interest payable by the taxpayer under the Income Tax Act. Under the Income Tax Act, different types of interests are levied for various kinds of delays or defaults. Provisions of section 234A, 234B and 234C deal with interest levied for delay in filing the return of income. That means 234A deals with provisions regarding interest payable on delay in filing the return of income. And for non-payment or short payment of advance tax, interest is levied under section 234B. Interest under section 234C is payable for non-payment or short payment of individual installment or installments of advance tax, that is deferment of advance tax. Now, manner of computation of interest under the Income Tax Act. Before understanding the provisions of section 234A, 234B and 234C, it is important to understand the provisions of Rule 119A, which gives the manner of computation of interest under the Income Tax Act. As per Rule 119A, while calculating the interest payable by the taxpayer or the interest payable by the central government to the taxpayer under any provisions of the Act, the following rules shall be followed. A. Where interest is to be calculated on annual basis. Where interest is to be calculated on annual basis, the period for which such interest is to be calculated shall be rounded off to a whole month or months. For this purpose, any fraction of a month shall be ignored and the period so rounded off shall be deemed to be the period in respect of which the interest is to be calculated. And point B, where the interest is to be calculated for every month or part of a month comprised in a period, any fraction of a month shall be deemed to be a full month and the interest shall be so calculated. Where the interest is to be calculated for every month or part of a month comprised in a period, any fraction of a month shall be deemed to be a full month and the interest shall be so calculated. And point C, the amount of tax, penalty or other sum in respect of which such interest is to be calculated shall be rounded off to the nearest multiple of 100 rupees. For this purpose, any fraction of 100 rupees shall be ignored and the amount so rounded off shall be deemed to be the amount in respect of which the interest is to be calculated. For example, if you want to compute interest under section 234A on rupees 8,489 for 3 months and 10 days, then as per Rule 119A, while computing the amount liable to interest, any fraction of rupees 100 is to be ignored and hence we will ignore rupees 89 and the balance amount will come to rupees 8,400. Interest will be calculated on rupees 8,400. Further, the period of 10 days will be considered as full month. The period of 10 days will be considered as full month and hence interest will be computed for 4 months. Now, interest for delay in filing the return of income. Section 234A. Under section 234A, interest is levied for delay in filing the return of income. Basic provisions. Interest under section 234A is levied for delay in filing the return of income. In other words, if the taxpayer files the return of income after the due date specified in this regard, interest under section 234A will be levied. Interest under section 234A is levied for delay in filing return of income. The due date for filing the return of income is 31st July 2018. And if a person files returns on say 5th August 2018, then he will be liable to pay interest under section 234A on the outstanding tax liability. Provisions relating to rate of interest, period of levy of interest and amount will be discussed later. Now, rate of interest. What is the rate of interest that is payable under section 234A? Interest under section 234A is levied for delay in filing the return of income. Interest is levied at the rate of 1% per month or part of a month. The nature of interest is simple interest. In other words, the taxpayer is liable to pay simple interest at the rate of 1% per month or part of a month for delay in filing the return of income. Period of levy of interest. Interest under section 234A is levied from the period commencing on the date immediately following the due date of filing of return of income and ending on the date of furnishing the return of income, or in case where no return has been furnished, on the date of completion of the assessment under section 144. It should be noted that while computing the period of levy of interest, part, that is fraction of a month, is considered as full month. Now, amount liable to interest under section 234A. Interest under section 234A is levied on the amount of tax as determined under section 143 subsection 1, and where regular assessment is made, the tax on total income as determined under such regular assessment as reduced by advance tax, tax deducted or collected at source, relief claimed under various provisions like section 90, 90A, 91, and tax credit claimed under section 115J AA, 115JD. Now, provisions regarding section 234B and 234C will be discussed in our next audio recording. Thanks for the time being.